So I recently got my med card. I'm now legal in the state of Colorado to sell marijuana. And I'm sure this is a thing that my parents are really proud of. But it's not the first time I've ever disappointed them. Way back in high school, I decided that I didn't want to play sports. And my dad always raised me to be the boy he never had. He had a family full of girls, and he definitely didn't project that onto me. So I'm tired of playing soccer, and I decided to have dinner with my family. So we all sit down, and I tell him, Dad, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but I know it's been 10 years of playing soccer, but it's time for me to go into theater. And my dad becomes all eyebrows, because that's what dads do when they're mad. So he's sitting at the table, all eyebrows. No daughter of mine is ever going to be on stage. And my mom is just, of course, crying in the corner, every so often like, oh, my baby! How dare she decide to be in the theater? I wonder what would have happened if I had come out to them. Also, more exciting news, my boyfriend and I have made it to our 1-year mark. It's pretty exciting because usually I can only commit to about a season's worth of Netflix. And then I'm out of the picture. And we've gotten comfortable with each other. We're finally to the point in our lives where we can start making things spicy. So we've added dungeon mastering. Don't worry, I'm not talking about BDSM. I'm talking about Dungeons and Dragons. And if you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, it's a role-playing game in which you have to roll dice in order for your character to do things, like Stranger Things. So we started rolling for pretty much everything. We roll for who has to drive to the store, because that's an ordeal. We roll for who gets to be on top. And we also roll for who gets to be the getaway driver when we start robbing banks. Obviously, he'd probably look better wearing the, leotard. And nothing is quite as spicy as pulling someone you love close to you, bringing their ear really close to yours, and whispering ever so tenderly, roll for initiative. And it's great, we're comfortable enough that being weird is kind of normal. And we're weird enough that when he said that I acted like I could be Donnie Darko, I didn't take it as an insult, I took it as a compliment. I know, someone as bubbly, wearing bright colors like me, liking Donnie Darko. Who would have thought? And I'm pretty sure that's right, because if I were to have an imaginary friend, he'd probably be as terrifying, if not more terrifying than Frank. I'm sure he would be scary enough that he would make Slender Man look like Ned Flanders. I mean, could you imagine running through the woods alone at night, like sane people do? And you see Slender Man in the distance. And I'm sure we all know that if we see Slender Man, we're not supposed to look at him because that makes him move closer to you. So you see him and you just immediately divert your gaze because you don't want him to notice you noticing him so that he'll notice you more. And you look back up and suddenly Slender Man is right in front of your face. And he's wearing a green sweater. And he's like, hey diddly ho, neighbor. I'm here for your gosh darn dang diddly soul. Aw, Slender Man, you're adorable. Didn't the Little Mermaid teach you that we don't actually have souls? Well, thank you very much. That's the end of my set. I hope you enjoyed it.